All right, again, final reminder, posters are due. All right, quiz 1 is tomorrow. And you can use your notes on the quiz, especially today's notes. Today's notes will be very similar, or today's examples will be very similar to the quiz questions tomorrow. So make sure that you get good notes taken today. If you miss anything in the notes, I'm going to upload them to Focus so that you can watch them, listen to them again outside of class if you need them. And with that being said, here we go with, we're going to call this Quiz 1 Study Guide. Problem number 1, we got 4.7x plus 3.8 equal to 13.2. So we're going to subtract the 3.8 from each side. The 4.7x comes down. 3.8's cancel. And we have 9.4 on the right-hand side. Going to divide both sides by 4.7. The 4.7's will cancel, and the x is equal to 2. All right, we talked about it most of the week. The next step for you is going to be to take the 2, substitute it where the x is in the original equation, and make sure that both sides of the equation are equal to each other. When you do that, it'll tell you if your answer is correct or incorrect. Problem number 2. 6/7 x minus 8 is equal to 7. So the first step in this problem is to add 8 to each side. So the 6/7 x will fall down, the 8's cancel, and 7 plus 8 is equal to 15. Next step is to multiply by the reciprocal, so I'm going to multiply by 7/6. The fractions will cancel now. A fraction times its reciprocal is equal to 1. So our x comes down and we go 15 times 7/6. And I get 17.5. All right, it's also 17.5. They both work. All right, problem number 3 is a distributive property problem. So we got 4 times y plus 2 equal to 32. So we got to multiply the 4 times the y and the 4 times the positive 2. So 4 times y is 4y, and 4 times 2 is positive 8. And that's equal to 32. So we're going to subtract 8 from each side. And 4y is equal to 32 minus 8 is 24. Then we're going to divide both sides by 4. And y is equal to 6. Problem number 4. (4p over 6) plus 27 is equal to 39. We're going to subtract 27 from each side. Now, 4p over 6, as this is the same as 4/6p. Okay, so that falls down, the 27s cancel. That's equal to 39 minus 27. That's 12. And then we're multiplying both sides by the reciprocal, which is 6/4. These fractions will cancel out, and we get a p that's equal to 12 times 6/4 is 18. Problem number 5. 2.4x plus 2.6 is equal to 17. Subtract 2.6 from each side. And you're left with 2.4x equal to 17 minus 2.6. It's 14.4. And then you can divide each side by 2.4. The 2.4s will cancel, and your x is equal to x is equal to 6. Problem number 6. 5.8x minus 1.4 is equal to 16. So we're going to add 1.4 to each side. The 5.8x will fall down. The 1.4s cancel. And 16 plus 1.4 would be 17.4. Now we can divide both sides by 5.8. The 5.8s cancel. And our x is equal to 3. All right, we've got 2 problems left. Problem number 7. 6x minus 3 is equal to 5x minus 5. We talked about it earlier in the week or last week. We're going to move the smaller variable, meaning the number in front of the variable that's the smallest. We're going to do an inverse operation. So we're going to subtract this 5x from each side. On the left-hand side, 6x minus 5x is x. The minus 3 falls down. The 5x's cancel out. And be careful with this minus 5 right here. The minus sign has to stay in front of it. So then we can add 3 to each side. X falls down. The 3's cancel. And negative 5 plus 3, negative 2. All right, so problem number 8. Negative 4x minus 9 equal to negative 5 minus 6x. All right, negative 6 is smaller than negative 4. It's further to the left on the number line. So if we move the smaller number in front of the variable, we would add 6x to each side. And when we add 6x to each side, negative 4x plus 6x is 2x. The minus 9 falls down, and the minus 5 falls down. These 6x's cancel out. All right, now we can add 9 to each side. On the left-hand side, the 2x falls down, the 9's cancel, and negative 5 plus 9 is 4. And we divide both sides by 2. The 2's cancel, and our x is equal to 2. All right, and that completes your study guide for your quiz tomorrow. Yes. Just a minute. Okay, so your assignment for the rest of the period. You can either rework these problems without looking at the answers. All right, you can basically write the problem down on a clean piece of paper, work the problem out as practice, and then check your answer. All right, that's one option. So for the rest of the period, one option, rework the problems. Your second option is to complete your electronic assignments from this week. Shh. All right, if you haven't completed the 2 electronic assignments, use your time in class today to complete those electronic assignments. If you feel 100% confident in the study guide problems and you've completed your electronic assignment, your third option is to work in ALEKS. You're getting a quiz grade for your topics learned in ALEKS this week, okay? So please don't put that off till Friday. I'm giving you Friday, the class time to work in the ALEKS app, but we got to go get our pictures taken. We got to come back. It's going to be a little bit disruptive. So don't wait till Friday to start ALEKS. All right? And your last option would be to work on something from another class. Okay? Work on something from another class.